Hola mi gente, Mikey O here, and welcome to another episode of Juntos con Eli Castro, brought to you by AARP. Tonight we're going to be talking about the census, the 2020 census, and why it's important for you to participate. A lot of times people have these fears and anxieties about what the count is all about, but let me assure you that the count is very important. It's how the federal government decides how money is allocated for things like education and real estate and healthcare, et cetera, et cetera. So it's important to be counted so that we count. Okay, mi gente, listen. Dos y dos son cuatro, cuatro y dos son seis, seis y dos son ocho, y ocho dieciséis. That's a count right there. Okay, are you scared? No, that didn't scare you, right? Well, then the census shouldn't scare you either. It's basically saying who lives here, how many people live here. Have a good day. The census is over. All right, fill it out, do it online. Check out this awesome episode, and remember, juntos es posible. Gracias.
So when we think of the census, or like we call it, el census, we don't really know a lot about it because it happens every, I don't know, 10 years. It almost goes from like something your parents, used to do to something like now you have to do. So you have to be informed, right? You got to know what's going on. And a lot of us don't know. And you don't want to have somebody knock at your door and be on the other side of the door, like, ¿quién es? Don't, no diga nada. Just make pretend you're sleeping. I don't know who that is. Did you order something? You don't want to be that person. You got to stay informed. So it's important that we know what the U.S. Census is and what it's all about. Let's take a look.
How does the 2020 census affect representation? There are 435 seats in the House of Representatives. These get distributed to the 50 states by population, and an accurate census response helps your state get the right amount of seats. States with smaller populations get at least one, while states with larger populations might get more. Shape your future. Start here. Visit 2020census.gov.
Here he is, Jose Rodriguez. You may know him as one of my co-hosts on my podcast, The Eli Castro Show, or performing in Orlando at SAC Comedy Lab.
That's right. And the census is very important. It's important for all of us to get counted. And
Oh, you mean like counted like in school? Huh?
Yes.
Like when the teacher's taking attendance, right? And she's like, Junie Rivera, right? And you don't want to be Junie, that's like,
right, because you don't want to miss out on whatever they were counting you for. It could have been for lunch. And
Yes.
now all of a sudden you don't get lunch.
Or, to take a test, and then you don't take the test, te cuelga, you go home, you get correazos, it's all downhill from there.
Exactly. Right? So you definitely want to make sure you're counted. Mm-hmm. Another thing is representation. We want to make sure that we have representation. Depending on how many people are in that state, that's how much representation we get in Congress. I know
you keep saying, if you say representation one more time, like what do you mean by representation? That's a big word, pa.
It's the amount of people that represent our state in Congress.
Okay. So a lot of us don't even know who represents us in Congress.
Correct.
Do you know who represents us in Congress? I don't. But you just know you're represented.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and we want to make sure we stay represented by taking the census, because that's how then we get funds from that representation to help our state out.
Funds. By funds, you mean money.
Yes.
Does that money go to me?
Well, it goes to the state.
So it doesn't go to me.
No, it doesn't go directly to you.
Wouldn't it be great, though, if the census worked more like a lottery, where like a lot of that money made its way down to you? That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
That would be really nice, but we got to make sure that we spread that money and help out everybody. For example, schools.
For example, me. I thought you were going to say, for example, me. Okay, but schools. Okay, but I don't go to school. See what I'm saying?
Exactly. Well, you don't, but your son does.
True. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So we want to make sure that we're getting funds to have proper schooling. Roads. Roads is another one that gets funded.
Your money's gonna go to roads, pa. Give me the money. I got a 97 Corolla, okay? My car can handle roads.
With the 97 Corolla, you should be the first one in line, making sure that the census counts you so that the road is nice and smooth. Because one more pothole and your 97 Corolla is done. So we want to make sure that all that funding comes to us. It's also hospitals. We get funding for healthcare for hospitals through that representation that we
So
have
the
in
money
Congress.
goes to hospitals for like what? Like to update them?
To build them for materials that they need at the hospital, for anything.
Materials like what?
Like gowns, like whatever utensils the doctors and nurses need to use.
You said utensils. You said whatever utensils the
Yeah.
doctors, you mean when they're eating lunch on their break?
I meant to say instruments, but utensils came out.
I would hope that they're not using utensils as instruments, or we really need better funding.
Yes, I definitely hope when I had my surgery it was instruments and not utensils the doctor used.
Nah, they probably use utensils because that's why you had complications to your surgery. They probably left a couple of plastic forks in there.
Yeah, we weren't well represented, so we didn't have the funds.
Okay, so what about garbage collection? Could we have the money go towards maybe increasing the amount of days? Because I get garbage collected 2 days a week, but I could really use 3.
Well, that's where the census, make sure that you put how many people are actually living in your house, and that would probably increase in your community.
No, because it's just me and Emily. So I'll just say I live with 27 people.
But then you'd be cheating the census.
I can't cheat this. How can you cheat the census?
You can by not accurately stating who's living in your house and how many people are living in your house.
By you saying cheating and not saying, things accurately, are you telling me, it's like a slap on the wrist or it's like a crime?
No, it's a crime. Actually it's a felony that you commit.
Get out, really? I thought you'd be like a ticket. Like, nah, we got you cheating. Here's a $25 fine.
No, you'd end up in jail, and then the counting would be done by the people in jail.
Actually, if it's a felony, it's considered prison. It's not considered jail.
Sorry, Mr. Attorney.
Yes, right. But let's talk about something. Could you imagine going to prison and your crime for going to prison was because you cheated on the census?
I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't say it. You'd better lie when you get to prison.
All right, so it'd probably go like this, right? Let's make pretend we're at like the lunch table.
Okay.
In felony prison, or like you call it, in felony jail.
And you're in for census.
No, you're in for census.
I'm in for census.
Yeah, I've been here a long time.
Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
I'm like in Shawshank Redemption.
Right.
I'm like the librarian.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I've been here for generations.
And you're gonna stay there for generations.
Yes, I've got a little bird that I talk to.
Gotcha.
All right, it'll go like this.
Hey.
How you doing?
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
I get that. You look new.
I am.
You look scared.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not really scared.
You should be.
Okay.
It's prison.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
actually worse than prison. It's federal jail.
Okay.
Yeah, that's worse than prison.
I know it's, when they get ready to put you in here, they say don't ever ask anybody what you're in for. But what are you in for?
You just asked me. You know you're not supposed to do that, and you asked me.
Okay, let's say I wouldn't have asked you, but
you're about to ask me again.
No, but you just say it. How about I didn't ask you?
Nobody walks around and spontaneously says why they're here. Nobody does that. This is federal prison jail, man. Nobody does that.
Okay, that's cool then. So nobody needs to know what you're in for, right?
No, nobody knows. Nobody knows anything like that. Nobody needs to know. But it sounds like you want to say it. It sounds like you want to tell me.
No, I would never say what I'm in here for.
Oh, yeah.
No.
You're asking me. You're just projecting.
No.
You're just looking for. It's like when people say, hey, how are you? They don't care how you are. They just want to tell the other person how they're doing. So let's just skip the formalities. Why are you in here for? Let me guess. Robbery.
Yeah.
Really?
Really bad robbery.
Really?
Yeah.
Robbery of what?
Of a lot of funds.
You're a liar. Why are you here?
I robbed a lot of funds from my state.
Okay, seriously? Why are you here?
I cheated on the census.
You what?
I cheated on the census.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have told me that. Yeah, you shouldn't have told me that because you're going to need protection here. Yeah, don't ever tell anybody that.
Okay.
Really. I think your life may be in more danger now. Just go with the robbery.
Thank
of funds. Okay, so you know who I think about when I think of the US Census? I think of like the census takers, right?
you. Hmm.
You know, the people that go door to door administering the census to those families that, you know, for one reason or another didn't fill it out online or by mail or by phone. Like that's a tough job.
Yeah, that's got to be a very tough job.
Have you ever gone door to door?
Only when I was in elementary school, I had to sell chocolates to go on a trip.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it was horrendous. I think I went to like 10 houses and didn't sell one. And finally, I just went to my grandmother's house and sold the whole box.
Your grandmother bought the box?
Yep,
Really?
that's the way to do it.
And what'd your grandmother do with the box?
I gave it away to the nephews, like to all the grandkids. I mean, myself and all the other
Ah,
grandkids.
see, I knew somehow, somewhere you were gonna end up with some of the chocolates.
I got, not only did I get some of the chocolates, but I sold all my whole box and I went on the trip. So
Ah,
genius.
mira eso.
Mira,
See,
genius.
see, I needed your grandmother because when I had to sell those chocolates, my parents actually made me go door to door, and that was a lot of rejection.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't handle rejection at that early age. So every time like a door would get slammed on me, I eat a chocolate to feel better.
Okay.
And it worked, right? But then I got home and there were only like 12 chocolates left in the box. Tú sabes, I ate a lot, bro. A lot. And without, you know, thinking of, I'm kind of short on money until my father found them. And he gave me one correazo for every chocolate I ate. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. He would have
Ooh.
given me 18, but he got tired after 10.
Ah,
And then he was like, work out the rest with your mother. I was like, whatever. Whatever you say.
so I take it after that, you never went door to door to sell anything else.
Actually, I did. For my 21st birthday, I got suckered or lured. I don't know what it was into some door-to-door marketing job.
Okay.
You know, they made it seem like it was not door-to-door until it was too late. And on my 21st birthday, bro, that's how I spent it. I spent it going door to door, like shadowing this guy who was selling, I don't even know what it was, because I wanted to go home, right? But I was gonna get paid for that, you know, for that training.
Right.
So I'm just shadowing him, like, you know, just waiting for the, you know, 5 o'clock. And then he was like, you know, I'm gonna want you for the next hour to take over and do some of the houses. And I was like, no.
So you quit on the spot?
I gotta go. I gotta go pick up something for my mom. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna walk away and never come back.
And he's still waiting for you.
He's still waiting at the house with his little clipboard. So I think we could make good census takers because, you know, we're not kids selling chocolate anymore.
Okay.
Right? So I found the interview questions that they ask applicants hoping to be census takers
To see if they're going to get hired.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I figured, you know, let's see if we could do it. Let's see if we could pass the test.
Let's see if we get hired.
Census worker interview questions. All right, you ready?
Got it. Bring
All right.
it.
Has anything ever irritated you about people you've worked with?
Not really.
Wow. Yes. Yes. Where do I start? People who take lunch before me when it was agreed that I would take lunch first and they just leave.
I see that you're still upset about that.
Yeah. People who eat in their cubicle. Yeah, that's upsetting. Especially food with strong smells.
You just get irritated by people, period.
People who talk on their speakerphone. Yeah. So pick up the phone. I can hear it. Yeah. I mean, you don't
You
have
can
any.
just
I can
go
keep
on
going.
and on, I guess.
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay. All right. Well,
I
guess-
just dust those off. They don't bother me.
So they asked you that question and you went, eh.
Not really.
Okay. Next question. All right. What's important to you in a new position?
I guess the money that it's paying.
Are you asking them a question?
No, I'm
You're
saying
answering
the
the
money
que-
that it's paying.
The money that it's paying. So if they go $5 an hour,
I'd be like, sorry.
oh, and you're still nice about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, thanks but no thanks. What's important to me in a position? Yeah, definitely money. Also, I need distance from my other coworkers. Okay.
Definitely.
I don't want to hear them on the speakerphone. I don't want to hear them eating. Okay. And I need independence so I can go to lunch whenever I want. Sounds fair.
Yeah. Do you think you are overqualified for this position?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
I went to law school. I didn't go to law school thinking, every 10 years I could be a census taker. I don't know why you're asking me this question because you're making me sound arrogant, right? And conceited. So obviously I'm overqualified. Why would anybody go, no, I'm not overqualified? Does that mean you're underqualified? I think I'm already like fighting with the interviewer.
Yeah, it's a catch-22 question. Like, you hope that you're overqualified, but if you're not, then are you underqualified? So then you don't get the job?
Are you overqualified to ask me this question? Are you overqualified?
I think I'm way overqualified. I've ran 3 businesses.
Ooh, way overqualified. Way obnoxious.
How do you react to instruction and criticism?
Ooh, poorly. Very poorly. I don't like to be criticized. I also don't like to be told what to do. I'm a great worker. Just, kind of like send it in an email form and put them as suggestions of what you would like me to do. But I don't like deadlines. I'm a perfectionist. I'll get it done. But other than that, I'm easy to work with.
But I think you've improved because, like, for me, improv helped me out, and I think improv helped you out to do better with these.
Whoa! Are you assisting me in my interview?
I am.
The question was posed to you. Yeah.
I do fine with it. You can give me instruction and criticism, and that's fine.
That's funny. I just instructed you now, and you didn't have a problem with it.
I didn't.
Ugh. Okay. How would you describe the experience of working here?
I haven't started, so how would I know?
Well, I mean, use some of your improvisational skills.
Okay. I would describe it as great. It's amazing. It's the most fulfilling job I've ever had.
See, I can't top that because I'd probably get stuck with, how am I supposed to describe something I haven't experienced yet? That's ridiculous.
Improvise.
How am I supposed to improvise based on something I've never experienced? That's, again, ridiculous.
What steps do you follow to study a problem before making a decision?
Oh, okay. What steps do I follow? That's a complicated question. I don't think that I break down my reasoning like that. I just, I just make the decision. You know what I mean? I go on gut. That's the step. Gut. If it hurts my gut, then I know it's a bad decision. If I get like tingly little sensations, then I know I'm making a good decision. Okay? Those are my steps. Check in with your gut.
I'd say my steps is I look at the problem and then try to figure out what's the best solution to solve the problem at hand.
Because I've ran 3 businesses.
Correct.
That's right. I'm way overqualified for this. I could be interviewing you.
Yes.
We've had one person answer the door. So we've knocked on 10, 15. Hello? I tell you, when I first started as a reporter, I was anxious. I imagine if you just start working with the census, you'd be anxious knocking on doors, but after time, that kind of fades away.
Go ahead.
On to the next one.
Try achieving the 2020 census goal. Count every single person in Southeast Texas.
We're 1 for 3. The one thing that kind of creeps me out sometimes is dogs barking. Because I love dogs, but you never know if they're going to be that friendly. Hello, this is Steve with Channel 13. Anybody home? All right, I better go before someone pulls a gun.
Trust me, you won't get far.
This isn't easy. I know somebody's home, but nobody wants to answer.
We couldn't even cover all of A-Leaf.
What do you think? Should we go? You the... Soy jornalista con televisión. Sí. Gracias. Gracias. This is when it would be very helpful if you're bilingual in a situation like this.
We are recruiting up to 25,000 jobs in the Houston metro area, yes. And the pay rate, I think, is absolutely amazing.
What would your guess be per hour?
$15 an hour.
You're saying $15 an hour. What if I told you $24.50?
Wow.
The census starts their hourly rate at $22. They're paying big bucks for a reason. It's door by door, shoe leather expressway, physical labor, in densely populated communities.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Go on, pay me.
The temporary gig comes with some sweet perks: weekly pay, flexible hours, and mileage. It requires 3 things: you're a U.S. citizen with access to reliable transportation and a desktop computer. If selected, you'll cover areas near where you live in pairs, teamed up with another employee. We're told you won't venture far from the neighborhood you call home.
Welcome to Be a Census Taker, 2020 Census Jobs.
The census trains every employee and equips them with proper ID, a badge, and a backpack.
What would your message be to anybody, regardless of their status?
We want to make sure those who are invisible become visible. We want to make sure everyone is counted.
Getting an accurate number is critical. Federal agencies use the figures to allocate money for roads, community projects, and social services.
So are you willing to let people up in your business?
To a certain extent, yeah.
A little advice to the new hires: getting people to spill the tea ain't easy.
Wave at a camera.
Go in with a big smile.
Terrence, how many people are staying with you?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Would you open the door to a worker, anybody who knocked on the door?
No,
Why not?
because I'm scared.
Hello? Hey, I'm sorry to bother you. Would you answer the door to a census worker?
I may,
Would you answer the census?
if I get the census, yes.
Having a complete and accurate count is your civic duty, but it also gives communities a voice. And that voice is going to tell the nation what is here for the next 10 years.
So congratulations, Jose. Based on the interview, you passed. Clearly, you were the better qualified applicant. I posed no competition whatsoever, and you got the job.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we're going to send you off on a route. Good luck, and do your duty.
All right. I'm ready to make everyone count.
All right, Jose, so before you go, remember to emphasize how important it is for people to answer your questions and fill out the census, especially Latinos, because we need to be counted. We are a growing segment of the population. So especially if they're Latino, Jose, don't pass up the opportunity to count them.
Got it.
All right, good luck. Who?
Yes, Jose Rodriguez with the U.S. Census.
Who?
Jose Rodriguez with the U.S. Census.
¿Qué es eso?
It's the U.S. Census is so that we count everybody that's living in the household.
Open door.
Hello, sir. It's just a couple of quick questions we need to ask you.
Whoa. Where's your ID, pa?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot it.
But you're the real deal, right?
I am.
Right. And I'm supposed to take your word for it.
Yes, sir. I have my census clipboard and questions, and
I could get that at Office Depot.
I just did your neighbor's census. I came from that house.
You did Juanita's house?
Yes. that was where I was at.
And she didn't ask about the badge?
Nope, she didn't ask about the badge.
Well, she's always asking about other people's business. Y ella te dejó hacer preguntas just like that?
Yep, she actually was very nice about it and answered the questions very quickly.
Oh, now I know you're lying. Doña Juanita was nice?
Yeah, she was actually very nice. She even offered me some cookies.
What?
Yeah.
You got Juanita's cookies?
I did. I ate it right before I got here.
Okay, pues dale. Okay.
Question number 1.
Uh-huh.
How many people were living or staying in this house, home, or apartment on April 1st, 2020?
Oh my God, man. De verdad.
Yep.
Well, let's see. Do you need names?
No, I just need to know how many people. Just count them.
You want names?
Don't need names.
Because I don't know. I know nicknames. I know Fico.
Yep, just count them.
And Gordo.
Okay.
Junior.
Yep.
Wanda. Tuti.
5.
And Nene Tuti. But Nene Tuti, he comes in and out a lot.
But did he live here as of April 1st, 2020? Yeah. Was he staying here?
Like that night?
Yeah, did he stay here?
There was a night that he was here
that
night. But then he left like at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, but has he stayed here more days?
Chacho, we can't get rid of that kid.
Okay,
pa.
then count him. Count
Ese
him in your
nene,
count.
pero I don't want to count him porque ese nene no se va de aquí. He keeps coming back.
Yeah, but counting him will actually help your community. Even though you can get rid of him, you still want to count him.
Are you telling me que el nene de Tuti could actually help the community for once?
Yes.
Ah, pues then count him.
Okay. How
Okay.
many was that?
12.
Okay, 12.
Okay.
Where's my pen?
Ajá.
12 people.
12.
Got it.
Vamos a dejarlo ahí.
Question number 2, and that was actually 12 people? Because you said you just want to leave it there. I want to make sure that...
Vamos a dejarlo ahí. 12.
But I just feel like you're trying to just throw extra names. I want to make sure you have
No,
12.
I'm trying to cut the names. Porque, olvídate, sometimes dicen que la casa mía has a revolving door. I'm saying, let's leave it at 12.
So you have 12 living here right now.
Muchacho, yes. You've already asked me 12 questions already.
Sorry. Were there any additional people staying here on April 1st that you did not include in question 1?
Ay, Dios mío, pa. Pero you want me to keep going?
Just, were there any more? If not, you can say no.
Wanda tiene un novio, ¿ok?
Ajá.
Ok, ese tipo, te digo que ese tipo es toxic, bro. They got a toxic relationship. So, algunas veces Wanda no lo deja entrar, so he's got to stay in a truck. You know what I mean? So he'll park in the driveway. So does that count? Because he'll sleep in the truck in the driveway, bro.
Is he using your food? Is he using your restroom?
Yes, he sneaks in when everybody's sleeping,
then
bro.
I'd count him.
Dale,
So that's one.
dale, 17.
Oh, we're jumping 5 more.
Yeah, porque la otra tiene otro novio, you know what I mean? Y el nene de Tuti tiene su novia. Olvídate.
Okay.
Vamos a dejarlo ahí. 17.
Got it. Question 3. Is this a house, an apartment, or a mobile home?
House.
House. Got it. Question 4. What is your telephone number?
Yeah, rayo. For real?
Yep.
Okay, just mine.
Yep, just your phone number.
Vale.
The reason they ask this question is just in case there's any other questions they need to ask afterwards.
Follow up.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Got
Okay, 407
407
555
555
555
555
4789
Okay, that's more. Yep.
4.
That's a lot of numbers.
Niner.
You threw a niner in there too. That's a little more than 11 numbers. You just like 10 numbers.
That's my number, bro.
Yep. Okay, we'll end at the 6.
Whoa, I ended at a niner.
Yeah, you threw a niner in there. There's definitely no niners in phone
actually,
numbers.
my whole number, like if you want to actually call me, because that's just to text me. To call me is 407-897-163 4789 Alpha Bravo Delta 47 Niner.
See, you're laughing, so I'm gonna take it as you're trying to give me a fake number.
Nah, man, I'm just enjoying the interview.
But you're doing a disservice to yourself by giving us a fake number.
Call it. I'm telling you.
Okay.
When you call it, you're gonna I'm gonna pick up and you're gonna apologize.
All right, we'll leave it there with a niner. I threw in a niner and an alpha omega.
I didn't say omega.
Oh,
I
just
said
an alpha.
No, I said alpha, beta, delta.
Alpha, beta, delta.
That's the real deal. Niner.
Question 5. What is person's one's name? So in other words, your name.
Edwin.
Edwin. Is that with a W?
Always, Baba.
Okay, Edwin. Last
W
name?
for the win.
Ed wins.
No, Edwin.
Okay, Edwin. Edwin, yep. Last name?
Rivera.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rivera. What is person's one's sex?
Papa, but you standing in front of me asking me what my sex is?
I gotta ask the question.
Papa, I think you can answer that question.
Well, I don't know if you've had a surgery or anything.
Whoa, you get surgery, ba. You're looking right at me. What do you mean, what sex am I? That's like asking me, is person one alive?
I'm just...
yeah.
So, male?
Yeah.
Okay, male. Yep.
Yeah, how many more questions, bro?
Just 5 more.
Oh.
What is person's one's age and what is person's one's date of birth?
Papa, age is a state of mind.
Okay.
That's what I tell the ladies, right? So I'll be like, yo, how old do I seem? How old do I do I feel to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, cuando yo voy al club, papa, when I dance like a 27-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
¿Tú me entiendes? I play baseball like a 17-year-old.
Okay.
¿Tú me entiendes?
And your birth certificate says what year you were born in?
Okay, I'm 47.
47,
Pero
okay.
that's besides the point. ¿Tú me
And your
entiendes?
date of birth?
Pues do the math, pa. If I'm 47.
Yeah, it's 73, but what month, what day?
73, pa.
No, that's the year, but what month and what day?
But you gonna give me a gift? Is that you asking a lot of you asking
we
me?
just have to. You agreed to do the census. These
Papa,
are part of the census questions.
But you want me to call my mother? You want to know the time too?
No, just the month and the day.
Nacho, May 11th, pa.
There you go. May
At
8:23
p.m.
Okay, TMI.
That's TMI.
Yep, too much. Okay, question 8.
Dale.
Is person 1 of Hispanic, Latino, or Spanish origin?
Pero that's it. I don't got more choices.
That right now, that's just question 8.
I'm Puerto Rican, ba.
Well, okay, so you are Hispanic?
I said I'm Puerto Rican, bro.
Yes, but that it didn't ask if you were
Pero
Puerto Rican.
I don't understand. Like, you asking me questions
So
or you
just
arguing?
yes. The answer is just yes.
I'm Puerto Rican, pa.
Yep, yes. It's
Pura
the answer.
cepa, ya tú sabes.
Okay. Question 9. What is person's 1's race?
Papa, you can call me Edwin. I'm right here.
What is Edwin's race?
Papi, I'm Puerto Rican, bro.
Okay. That would be Hispanic.
Ya tú sabes, Puerto Rican de pura cepa, 100%.
Got it. Okay. Question 10. Print name of person 2. Who is the second person in the house?
You asking me to pick between 17 people, bro?
Well, it would probably be your spouse. So what's your spouse's name?
Rayo, bro. I'm single, pa.
Oh, okay.
I'm single.
So who's the second head of household then?
Pon a Tuti.
Is that Tuti's given name?
Whoa, bro. Are you gonna show me a badge?
No, I'm just saying, is that Tuti's name? Like
I just told you Tuti. Why are you questioning your name, bro? Are you the U.S. Census or the FBI?
U.S. Census.
Okay,
and
pa.
Tuti's last name?
Yeah, rayo, for real?
Yes.
Pagan.
Pagan?
Yes.
Thank you.
Is there any other way to spell it?
No. Just
Let's
making
go.
Sure. Question 11. Does this person usually live or stay somewhere else?
Tuti?
Yes.
Well, it depends, bro, porque el novio viene, algunas veces se la lleva, el hijo algunas veces viene y dice, no, mom, I need you to stay with me. Depende el día, depende el mood, you know what I'm saying?
So, yes, I get it, but this is a yes and no question. So, does this person usually live or stay somewhere else?
Papa, she usually is here and is usually somewhere else, bro. It depends. Hoy, ella no está aquí. Mañana, she'll be here, bro. You gotta ask Tuti. You gotta ask Tuti. I don't live her life, bro.
So, we'll put yes. How is this person related to Edwin?
To me?
Yes. You said to call you Edwin.
Tuti es mi hermana.
Oh, sister.
Buena gente, bro. Ella buena gente.
Well, Mr. Edwin Rivera, thank you for answering all the questions. We're done here. And you're making us count.
Dale, nos vemos.
Bye.
Huh. Fácil, mira. No es nada. Lo hago yo en 10 minutos, 5 minutos. Mira, boom. Ajá, vamos para adelante. Ajá. Sí. Entonces, yo soy latino, cubano, chicano, mexicano, puertorriqueño, cubano, salvadoreño, dominicano. Yo soy puertorriqueño. Puerto Rico. Entonces, dice aquí, ¿qué es tu raza? ¿Blanco? ¿Afroamericano? ¿Pero qué es esto? Soy puertorriqueño. Oh, ahora entiendo, sí. Ok, yo entiendo ahora. Ok, vamos para ahí, nos vamos para acá. Ejemplo, soy Puerto Rican. O voy a poner boricua. No, Puerto Rican. No, al final les preguntan. No. That's it. Se acabó. Fácil. Chacho, lo hago otra vez. I'll do this again.
So we learned a lot today. We learned about the U.S. Census. We had some fun with it. But regardless, please fill out your census form electronically, by mail, by phone, but especially if a census taker visits your home. Answer the door, answer the questions, because it is important that we be counted. It is important whether you're white, black, Latino, Asian, regardless, it is so critical that our voices be heard, that we be seen and counted. We are a growing segment of this population, and if the government doesn't see you, then they can't speak for you. So take the U.S. Census seriously, fill out the forms, send it back. It's your civic duty. Have some fun with it. Maybe give them some cookies, right? Bring them in, because it's a tough job to be going door to door for the benefit of the rest of the community. Viente, it's been my pleasure. Until next time, with Juntos with Eli Castro, brought to you by AARP.